Welcome to Still Drippin Happy Hour. Welcome to episode 127 of the Still Drippin Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got the Intern Bode.
Let's go.
How you been, Bode?
Pretty good. 127 episodes.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That's crazy.
We have been on the grind. 2+ years.
27 is a prime number, I'm pretty sure. What are the odds? When was the last time you probably had a prime number episode? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
123, probably. Yeah.
I don't know all the prime numbers, so that should be a good intern question to do. By the end of the episode, you should have that for us. You know, I thought we'd start off. I was going to start off with Landon giving us a car update, but since he's not here yet, we'll wait. Maybe at the end of the episode, we can circle back to that if he hasn't fallen asleep already. But I wanted you to give a recap on your internship, and we're coming to the end. We might have a few left, but you'll graduate from the intern program. You may.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the end.
Doesn't feel like the end. Maybe it's just the beginning, you know?
Maybe. Listen, I think shoes are so... It's an acquired taste, I feel like, which is what I thought going into it, I guess, and that's maybe I've learned how much of an acquired taste it is. I would say my feelings towards this sneaker life that we dive into every week I have more appreciation for it, I think. Am I ready? Does that mean I'm ready to pull the trigger on a pair of sneakers? I don't think it is, but I'm probably closer to that point than I was at the beginning of the summer.
Okay. Anything in mind? Anything that you've been influenced towards? I assume we're a Nike heavy podcast. You probably won't stray from that, will you?
Obviously, yeah. I feel like if my first sneaker is going to be something, it would have to be, in that thread.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right. Well, maybe your like graduation ceremony will we'll like put some shoes up on the board and you'll have to go in a certain direction, and I'm sure Hayes will probably donate to your cause for your internship. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. What would you say for our next intern or group of interns? We were supposed to have 2 this year.
Dean, man.
But
Whew.
Dean literally never showed up. So maybe we'll get like a winter intern. Maybe Dean could do that and work his way up to a summer intern. But what would you tell the incoming crop of interns?
I would say the ability to not fold under the pressure of a haze when you're on the podcast. I think that's a skill.
Absolutely.
That's something you have to have confidence in, I feel like. Because listen, haze can go off on you if you're not careful. If you're not careful. That's
sweating just thinking about it.
I know.
You got to stand your ground, because if you fold once, I mean, you're done.
I mean, once haze gets going, you can't stop it. So
yeah, absolutely. Very nice words of advice. With that, I mean, I guess we'll jump into the episode. Before we do, follow us on Instagram at Still Drippin TN. Do we still call it Twitter? We still have a profile, but is it called X or Twitter or
mine switched over? So I guess it's X for me, but
okay,
for
mine's
people,
X as well.
It hasn't switched over, so I don't know. They took down the sign in San Francisco, though. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Yeah.
It was illegal or something.
It was like
not up to code,
something like that. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, okay. X it is. Still Drippin TN on both. Follow us on or subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest, haven't checked how many subscribers we have. Probably the same as a month ago. But Not really too worried about it. I think we're still plugging along. Maybe we've dipped to 39 views an episode or listens, but not too worried about that. So, with that said, I think we can just jump straight into some news and get our intern's take on some of
Got it good.
All right, first up, we saw some debuts of sneakers this week. The LeBron 21 is shown here on YouTube. It's, to me, it looks Kobe-esque a little bit. Bode, what are your thoughts?
I mean, great start with a LeBron shoe, especially after some of the quotes that have been flying this week regarding MJ shoes and LeBron shoes. But I don't hate those. That colorway too. I like that colorway. So
the colorway is strong, definitely. I've seen a purple colorway floating around, and it's okay. It's a different material, it looks like, than this one, but this shoe is an A+. Just like the this is a 21, just like the 20 was. 20 was really good. It's finally LeBron 1 through 10 was okay. Some ugly ones in there, but the teens were really bad. And now got to play 20 seasons to get a good shoe apparently from Nike, so not bad. I'll say not bad at all. This is a very, very nice shoe. I like what you said about the colorway. Got some gold mixed with blush, tan. I don't know what that is. We'll have to wait and see.
Tan's good.
Tan. All right. Yeah, so we'll just keep moving on. I'm sure Hayes will have a lot of stuff next week for this one. But yeah, it's a win for Nike in my opinion. The next one, we have another signature shoe. I'm going to run through these because we got a lot of sneaker news this week, and we might have a game to play after. So, Trae Young 3 coming out. It's looking 3D-esque. I'm not going to lie. If you're not on YouTube, Bode, would you describe, I guess, start from the top of the shoe and work your way down?
I mean, I guess the people podcasting can't really see it. I'm getting... From the shoe on the right, that colorway is giving me Fortnite vibes. That is, the laces. I don't know what's going on with the laces, and the top is, it's like not. I like the even top of shoe. You know, it might not look even or be even, but I like that's kind of jagged to me. Are you seeing jagged? I'm getting jagged. It might be the entire shoe.
I think from the picture on the left. The cream colored one, to me, this looks like I'm going to reference something, Bode, you might not know what this shoe is, but maybe some of our listeners will. The lacing looks like it's offset, like it looks kind of like a footscape maybe, or foot woven, something of that nature, or the old Nike Freeze that had like a sideways lacing. And I can't tell because the shoe on the right, it doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah.
But the shoe on the left does to me. So I'm not sure what's going on with the lacing system. It's definitely jagged looking on the top.
It might be the sole of the shoe that is playing into that a little bit, but
yeah. It's almost like the lacing almost touches the sole of the shoe.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's not a lot of material in between it, and you got the 3 stripes and some almost paint splatter looking stuff. It's not called Flywire, but I don't know what Adidas calls it. Nike calls it Flywire, and it's got that lacing system on it. And then the sole it looks kind of like how do you say this, topographical map, topography or something like that.
A topography map.
Yeah. That's what the sole looks like. It's some whatever that word is, map. It looks 3D printed. I like the cream colored one.
Really?
Aside from the sole.
I was going the other way with the 2.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see myself ever venturing towards the colorfulness of it's like a dark blue-green upper, and then a pink fade to cream sherbet on the bottom, orange sherbet.
What gets me is like the oranginess on the bottom. That's where it loses me a little bit, but
yeah. So I mean, if you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube. We're at the 10-minute mark. Take a look. For Adidas, it's not bad. I'd be surprised. I mean, Trae Young shoes, the first ones were really good. I'm blanking on the second ones, but I feel like they weren't great. And now these, somewhere in the middle. They're not great. They're not horrible. But
I would
all right.
I would throw the number out of 10. I would throw the number 6 out there. That
Ooh, that feels high to me.
is it? I was gonna say it feels a little low, but
Okay. All right. Well, we can settle on 5.8.
okay.
All right, 5.8 out of 10. What, going back to the LeBrons? What's that out of 10?
If we're throwing in the decimals too, I think this is like a 8.7.
Oh wow, I would. I'm not too far off. Somewhere in the 8 range.
Yeah.
Not a 9, but
Above an 8.5.
I would stick around just around 8.
Okay.
But a really strong shoe. I mean, it's one of the best shoes that we'll see out this year. I'm pretty confident in saying that in terms of signature shoes.
Do you think you lean when it comes to shoe design more simple, or do you prefer the extravagantness, kind of like the Adidas was?
Generally, I think more simple.
I feel like that's the direction I lean to.
Yeah. Now with that said, I did just order right before the podcast. I ordered the Next Nature colorway of the Luka 1, and I don't feel like that's a simple looking shoe. But I think the colorway that I ordered is pretty simple. It's actually a similar colorway to this. It's like I think the official color is light ore or light wood ore, something like that. That is similar looking to this, but in the Luka 1. So I don't know. We'll see if I like those or if I take them back. But yeah, I think generally more simple.
Yeah.
All right. We got an OG high Jordan 1 coming out. It's called Celadon. I'm thinking this is a Miami Hurricanes-esque colorway. What do you feel about these, buddy?
You see, I've never been a fan of the Miami mesh of colors. I've never liked the green specifically, and I think with that dislike, it's hard for me to like these shoes.
Okay.
But like I said, it's just not me. It's not saying that it's a bad shoe, but those colors just don't sit right with me. So
yeah. The only thing I really like this shoe. I'm really big on that green color right now. Not huge on the Hurricanes. I mean, I think these colors go well together, but I'd have a hard time finding a ton of stuff to go with the orange piece, or one or the other. No, I don't have them both together, the orange and the green. So I still think I might go for them. 180, not a terrible price. I'm curious your thoughts too. It seems like everything's white on here, and then they made the tongue like
the tongue's a different color. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I get like the whole trend is, ooh, cool, different. Let's do this over here and this over there. But I would have had either the tongue white or the rest of that shoe, that kind of tanny, like tannish, orangish, lightish color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It seems like it's not like they did the same thing with the. I'm blanking on the name. The Chicago one that just came out that was last November. I'm blanking on what Lost and Found. They did the same thing, but it was like a cream aged tongue. This one's definitely has an orange tint to it, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's not going to make or break the shoe to me, but 1 out of 10. 1 to 10, I mean. What's your score on these?
This is probably like a 7.2.
7.2? Okay.
7.1, 7.2.
That's higher than I thought you'd say. I'd say it's about around there for me. Maybe a little higher. I'd go up to a 7.8 maybe. Not an 8, but just below. So that's the Jordan 1 high OG Celadon in the Miami Hurricanes colorway. Predominantly white, but you got your colorway of the Canes coming through. All right, now we've got a group of Air Jordan 2s coming out, I guess, all in the next 2 months. We've got on the bottom left, we'll start there. It's I guess, a cement Jordan 2. So black and gray, little hits of red, but when you think Jordan 3 cement, Jordan 4 cement, this is the same exact colorway as those. Not knowing, I don't know if you know those shoes that I just referenced, Bode, but what would you say on this, the black Jordan 2?
It's like I said, it's simple. Which I don't hate simple. I'll never hate simple. Funny enough, I wish there was a tiny bit more to it. I've never been able to really get behind the black and grayish, like you said, the cement colorway. But out of the 3 that are on the screen, I'd probably put it at number 3, unfortunately. But yeah, you know.
Okay. All right, the other 2 we're looking at, we've got a pink. Let's see, what does this color say? Summit white. They said there was some red on there, but I don't see any red. Some tan and pink with a light gray or white upper. Kind of looks fuzzy. Are you picking that up too?
I am picking up a little bit of fuzz.
A little bit of maybe suede. Maybe that's a little suede there. And then the bottom one that we have is a Jordan 2 Low coming out on August 10th, and it's a mauve colorway. So gray on the back with a khaki tan. Sky J Mauve is what they're calling this. So both pretty good. Which one do you like on this?
The jury is out on how I feel about that Summit White colorway. It's I don't know, when we flip to this screen, my eyes immediately jump to the white shoe first because I think that's what my eyes prefer when it comes to a shoe. Because the bottom right shoe, that kind of like brownish, whatever we want to call that, that gave off dress shoe vibes to me. That was like my first reaction. And like I said, I want a shoe that I can wear stuff with. So if I could go kind of dress shoey with that, I think I would go for that. But like I said, I don't know about the one on the top. That, I don't know. I think the one on the top is a 2 for me, and the bottom right is the 1.
Okay.
I don't know.
I could see you rocking, I think, the top one more.
Really?
I feel like I could. The pink. I feel like you'd rock a pink shirt with those.
I think, is it enough pink to rock a pink shirt?
Yeah, it's subtle.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Go pink or gray with that. Now that you pointed it out, this Jordan 2 Low, I might try to get to wear to work. I think that's a everyday work shoe right there.
Yeah, that looks very dress shoey to me. Yeah. Very dress shoey.
That might go on my power rankings of shoes to wear to work. That could be up there. I'm going to have to look into that now. I need the nicknames on these because I don't have them right now. Let me go to Nike, and so if you guys are on the sneakers app, I'm pretty confident in saying this is an Air Jordan 2 black cement. On the left, let me check the other 2. The other 2, so the black cement is coming out September 23rd. Let me go to this Jordan 2 on here. And of course, we're not finding it. There is other Jordan 2s coming out. There's a low that's all white with blue on it. It's coming out this month. And I guess these are not loaded onto sneakers yet. So tough luck on that. That's pretty crappy.
I'll say that it is impressive to me when a shoe designer, if you will, can do something like that you could wear not to a place of business, and you could also wear to a place of business. Tiptoeing that line of casual and sophisticated at the same time is good. I like that.
Okay. I'm starting to pick up your vibe after 20 episodes in that you've been on. It's hard. You've been hard to read, but I think we're starting to get something. All right, next up, let's see what we got here. We talked about these last week, maybe the week before that as well. This is the Kith A6 Gel Light 3 Superhero Pack. The only reason I have these back up, Hayes and I talked about these at length. I want to get your thoughts on some of them, but I thought the coolest thing about these, I heard an interview with Ronnie from Kith. The way you buy these is, and now that I'm looking at it, sorry, I just got sidetracked. This might be just a Ronnie collab and not the whole Kith brand behind it. I'm not sure there's a difference, but I see Feig is on the bag. So, anyways, the cool nugget that I picked up this week was you buy these and without knowing which ones you get. So it's kind of like opening a pack of trading cards.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
all in this bag that's down in the right hand corner if you're on YouTube. And there's no way even Ronnie did not know which ones were in the bag. Like he took them as gifts to people and he didn't know which ones they got. So it's just you get the luck of the draw really. And the idea, and he said this, is that I guess when he was little, like trading cards or trading different things like in the comic book world was how you got what you wanted. So in this sense, like you buy the shoes and then you have to trade with somebody else or buy, from somebody else and trade yours to get the ones that you actually want. So neat idea. We'll see if it works. I'm sure there's some people that'll just be there to make a buck, which I mean, to each their own, but a really, really cool idea. So with that said, Bode, what's your favorite pair? And bonus points if you know the names, because I don't know many of the names of these people.
And we got Wolverine in the top left.
Yeah. I got Wolverine and Cyclops. And I'm sure one of these girls is Storm, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, neither do I. Man, if you hadn't have saved it with the kind of trading card thing that they're doing with this, I would have given it a hard no. It feels pretty like childish to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because my mind is on that sophisticated looking dress shoe right now that this is kind of a hard transition, but I do like the way they're selling these.
Okay.
My question would be though, to a seller, would you open and see what shoe you got before you sell, or would you just keep it in the box?
It's a good question because they are not all equal in the sense of there's one of these, and I don't know which one, I'd have to look it up, that I think they only made like 500 of them, to where the rest have, I think that's a very small percentage of what they are. So the rest have large multiples of that. So I would think in that case, maybe your value would be higher because you would have a chance of getting that one. So that's a good question. So yeah, I don't know. Now I guess could you authenticate it if it was closed still? It's touchy. What's your favorite of these?
That is a good question. I'll go ahead and take away bottom left, which I don't know what it's, that green and yellow.
The green and yellow? Okay.
And then I'll take away the whites, take away the blues, take away the Wolverines, probably take away I can take away all the top row. Probably bottom right is the
bottom
shoe that
right,
I lean
the khaki and brown with the red. Yeah, those were Hayes and I's favorite as well.
Yeah, I get to that kind of khaki color. Maybe my eyes are just drawn to that right now, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few in here. I obviously don't hate the white and black, but it is pretty plain. I think I'm with you. I don't love this model shoe. I like the Gel Light 5 a lot more than the Gel Light 3, but I think Ronnie loves the 3, so I think he always comes back to that with A6. So yeah, I probably won't be trying for any of them, to be honest.
I do like the packaging though. That is
yeah. It's very comic book trading card feel, which is really, really cool. I agree. See, next up, we got the Billie Eilish. Billie Eyelash. Her own Nike Air Alpha Force 88. That is a mouthful. Air Alpha Force 88 coming back. I don't think these have retroed recently. Do you like this shoe, Bodie?
You know, this is conflicting. If Hayes was on this episode, I can imagine what Hayes would be saying about anything created by Billie Eyelash, as we said. Listen, I'm not a Billie Eyelash person, but I don't hate this shoe.
I'm with you.
Whatever strap is going on down the middle, you seeing that?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but outside of that, I'm okay with it.
I agree. I don't love the strap. But I like the shoe. Overall, I think it's a good shoe. I mean, I don't know what her touch on this is. I'd have to compare the OG with this one. And maybe it's just a different design in general, but I'd have to go back and look because I have not seen the Alpha Force 88s in quite a while. So I'm trying to think if I don't think that's the White Men Can't Jump shoe. I'm blanking on what those were, but so yeah, not a bad shoe. I mean, I guess this is a name in the music industry right now, and I guess people are buying stuff that has her name on it. I wouldn't think that that's a huge crossover of Jordan and retro Nikes to Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Billie Eyelash, sorry. So there we go.
I give these 7. 7.
7. That's okay. A little high for me.
Yeah, that might be a little high,
but not too bad. Somewhere in the 7 range, I'd agree. We're pretty similar, I think, on our taste. So, just off the top of your head, do you have any other good music artist puns, or like maybe not puns, like but like body part artists like Billie Eilish? I'm trying to think of one, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, no, neither can I. I almost went Bruno Marsupials, but that doesn't make any sense.
Bruno Arms.
Bruno Arms.
We'll keep that in the back pocket.
Yep.
All right, we got a Nike Dunk coming out. I'm totally blanking on what this one's called, but essentially a wheat colorway. Black midsole, gum bottom, Nike SB Dunk. Put these on here for Hayes. He goes back and forth on the brown shoes. Usually he's a big brown shoe guy. I would think he would love these, but I can't tell. Buddy, what do you think about these?
The trend of the night so far has been me loving the khaki-ness of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I am not loving this one bit.
Okay.
It is too much. It is too much. I would look down at my feet wearing those and just see like brownness. Like I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just it's too much brown.
It's kind of like I don't know. It feels like a latte. Just walking on your feet.
Yes.
I try to look up what these are called, but I'm gonna give myself a second.
It's interesting that the laces are even a darker shade than the rest of the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a good thing for the shoe or a bad thing for the shoe.
Yeah, but I'm not entirely sure as well. It feels like this is. It feels like it kind of matches the tongue, which I think is a different color because it's a different material.
Yeah.
I could see what that. I'm feeling. Yeah, I know. Do you have what are your thoughts on like the black midsole with I was about to
say I think the black it either saves it or it ruins it.
Well, which one?
I don't know. I think it ruins it.
You think it ruins it? Okay.
Like I said, it's not like there's anything there to save, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it a 3-4.
3-4.
3-4.
Wow, that's really low.
It is low.
I'd say for me, it's a 6.5.
Oh wow.
I know.
Would you
A lot
wear these
higher.
like to work? Could you?
No, I don't think you could pull them off for work. Too much. I mean, the Nike symbol's huge.
Yeah.
For me, especially, I can't wear dunks. It's just, I don't know if it's how flat they are, but I look like an idiot. So, knowing that, it'd just be hard for me to wear at all.
Yeah.
But I think they look really cool. These wouldn't be
Really?
the first dunks that I would go with, obviously.
Wow.
But yeah, I like them. I'm trying to find the names of these, and I cannot for the life of me. So bad podcast. But we'll try to find them and post them and get what everybody else thinks. Get a 1 to 10. Oh, Landon. How long has Landon been on? Who knows? There he is.
I've been sitting in the waiting room for 30 minutes.
He has
Up.
not.
No, you have not.
He still hasn't gotten to sit down yet. He's been there for that short amount of time.
I could sit down. I was on the edge of my seat trying to get in.
All right. Well, Landon, we've been through a little bit of shoes so far, but let's interrupt it. Let's take a break from inside the box, and we want a car update.
Y'all don't want a car update, man. It's
Do we want to save it to the end?
Bad roads and broken roads. We are on week 8 with the car being in the shop. We are not a one-car family though. So they got the engine, they pulled the engine back out, redid the job, thought they located the issue, said they put the motor back in wrong. Said great. Got the motor back in, took it out for a drive, blew the engine up. The fail code came up. So like done. Dead on arrival. So at that point, they cut their losses and filed an insurance claim with their insurance. And at that point said, hey, go get yourself a rental car. So you better believe I got the most expensive Mustang convertible. I got all the insurance, all the liability. I mean, if I hit Donald Trump on the freeway, it would pay for his estate. And so they had to order a new engine, or a gently used engine. And that's not just it. The engine got in. They checked the engine out, and the engine had been rusted because it came from a wrecked car that was salvaged. So they had to send that engine back. I can imagine this insurance company having to pay to ship engines back and forth between Atlanta and Nashville. And so today arrived an engine with 28,000 miles for a 2018 CX-5. And the prayer is that they have their wits about them to be able to put this engine back in my car and everything be great. And, one day when I go to sell it, I'm going to just tell them, hey, the odometer reads 100,000, do some quick math, subtract 40K from it, boom, there's your mileage. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is a little terrifying, but
because it is illegal in the state of Tennessee to make modifications to the odometer. And if you think about it, the car does have 58,000 miles on it. Transmission has 58,000 miles on it. The motor just happens to have 28,000. So basically got a new car.
Let's hope so.
Here's the question for the audience, though. I paid $1,800 for the original repair on the motor that is now in the dump. Do I ask them to ask their insurance company to cover that cost? Because I paid for a job to be done, It was done incorrectly.
Yeah, it was useless, basically. That was a waste of $1,800.
And the labor and the parts that went into the motor is no longer in my car.
I mean, my thought is it doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, might
Yep.
as well. I mean, you already paid it, so I'm sure they're not going to give it back. But hey, you can always ask.
And I mean, I feel like that it's a win-win for them. They're willing to ask the insurance company.
Yeah.
No money out of their pockets.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'll ask them
Good.
on my daily call with import specialist services.
All right. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I was dying to hear the car update. So glad to hear that. Now
Hope
we
it didn't let you down.
No, it's always. I think it's more your delivery. I like your delivery on it. So
Landon, if it
appreciate
makes you feel any better, my car is currently sitting in an unshaded parking lot in West Texas in the 100-degree back-to-back weeks that's been going on right now. So I'm fully confident that it will not start when I get back to Alabama.
Oh
But
no.
It's all right.
let me tell you. Now that we're completely off topic, I had a car story from this weekend. So this past weekend, we drove to St. Louis, just outside of St. Louis, to Mascoutah, Illinois. Not a very large town. But anyways, we're there from Thursday night to Sunday. We go to the zoo, and then we stay with Haley's family for the weekend. Sunday morning, we wake up, 9 o'clock. We're all packed. Car's ready. I'm putting the final thing in the car. Start the car. Close the door. The car is locked. On. Running. I didn't know my car could even do this. It has not let me lock the keys in the car before. And so apparently it let me this time. Running until an hour later, a locksmith has to come, unlock the car. So we're an hour and a half behind at this point getting home. It's been running for an hour and a half, and so we just get on the road. We notice we haven't even hit the interstate yet. We're about a mile from the interstate. Get a notification that the car is overheating, which makes sense, right? Because it's 100 degrees outside, and we've been running it for an hour and a half. So the car is overheating. To stop, put more coolant in, or Freon, whatever you call it, coolant, Freon, antifreeze, something like that. And we have to wait another
Gatorade.
30 minutes. Something Gatorade for your car, Red Bull, all the above. It's working fine now, but we were not smooth sailing getting back from St. Louis. So we got a little 2.5 hour late start. Made it home, but not without the car telling us it was going to overheat twice. So,
Cars, man.
It's a Cars podcast. All right, now we can jump back to where we were. We were looking at the wheat. It's called the wheat colorway, Bode. So this is wheat. Is what we're looking at.
Does that give off wheat vibes to me? I don't even know if it does.
It's a little darker,
Yeah.
I think.
I think that just took it down from a 3. Whatever I gave it, a 3.4. We're at like a 3.2 now.
Yeah. Okay. 3.2. Yeah, it looks like a latte walking on your feet. Landon, any thoughts before we move on?
Let's just move on. You don't want to hear my thoughts on these.
All right. Next up, Hayes sent these in. I have no idea why. It's a Jordan 1 low.
Are those jeans?
Yeah, I think so. With a lot of stitching on
A
them.
little bit of fuzziness. I don't like the fuzziness.
They look pretty.
I like that.
Magnolia likes that.
Okay. What do you guys think about the sole?
Big fan of the patina.
It's like
Yeah.
what the bottom of couch cushions look like when you turn them over to clean them for the first time in years.
Dude,
That's
kind of
what.
what are you doing on your couches?
Listen,
That's at the frat house.
That's just the first thing that popped in my head.
I mean, it looks like when you find the spot your dog has peed in on the carpet for years and you didn't know it, and you flip it over.
That's even better. That's good.
That's.
It looks like the bottom of a boat after it's been sitting over the winter, and you pull it out of the water to de-winterize it.
It looks like a snowbird that's been in Florida for too long and doesn't know how to apply sunscreen evenly.
So, Donald Trump.
Bode, you got any more?
Nope.
Why can't we see them?
All right. I think that's enough. We'll see what Hayes wants with these next week. We're looking at the Jordan 1 Low stitched up denim. I don't know what these are called, so we're going to move on. All right, here's our drip flops of the week.
Let's go. This is Fire Flames.
So, we've got some woven. What are these? Woven, not woven. Some Footscape giraffe.
They're back, baby.
Is that a giraffe colorway? I think that's what it is.
That is animal skin, baby, and it is beautiful.
Native American colorway.
I think Elliot got to feed some giraffes while we were at the St. Louis Zoo this past weekend, so maybe that's why I put them on there. But these are definitely giraffe themed. Pretty horrible. Our second candidate is I don't know what these are actually called. Let me look it up. The Nike ISPA Universal. So it looks like a Croc. It's got a cork sole. Insole. Sorry, cork insole. Midnight Navy colorway. I'm going to surprise you guys that these were sold out today. They sold out this morning at $80 a pop. Had to be low inventory because these are absolutely hideous. Landon, I hope it makes you mad that the ACG mock did not sell out in either colorway today, but these did.
Hey, listen, man, more ACG for the fans, so I'll take it. I actually love these and went for them and missed out on them. So,
really, so that is not your drip flop of the week, but our final candidate for drip flop is the Air Flea 2. I think that's what these are called. The Cactus, what is it? Cactus Plant Flea Market, Nike silhouette. Looks like a biker shoe. Am I wrong in saying that? Like an actual like biker shoe that you clip into your bike?
Like you clip on like a Peloton? Yeah.
Yeah. With two straps. Got the waffle coming up all over the midsole and the toe.
Yeah, the toe, especially. That's weird.
And the heel. It looks like it comes up on the heel too.
Man.
Landon, please tell me something about these that's positive.
So the dilemma with these is Balenciaga already did an identical looking shoe without the
Really?
swoosh. Yes. And so Nike is under fire for this. Not as much as they should be. But if you Google Balenciaga and then this model, it'll pop up, and they are just a ripoff of them. And this was like Balenciaga like 2 seasons ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But would Nike be under heat or would Cactus Plant? I mean, it's their shoe, right?
Yeah, but it's got the swoosh on it. And literally the swoosh is the only thing that differentiates it from the Balenciaga.
All right, I'm pulling these up. We'll do some bad podcasting. If you're not on YouTube, we're looking at I'm not. Let me see. I'm trying to find the Balenciaga pair, but I do not see it. Oh, you're talking about the ones that kind of look like Asics.
Let me see. I'm trying to find them. This
Like
is great
these?
podcasting.
Ooh.
Is that it, Landon?
Let me go back see over here. Yep, that's them.
Okay. Yeah, they're looking like a shape up. I agree. Very similar. My thing is like, regardless of your if you're copying or not, they're just ugly. It's just a terrible looking shoe.
Whoa, hold up now. What?
Which ones do you like?
Dude.
You're full of crap. You're full of crap. I'm already, yeah, no. You almost got me
Balenciagas
there.
are incredible.
Yeah. I have never seen a Balenciaga shoe that I would put on my feet. Like just from a style wise, I would never like. Obviously, their whole brand doesn't speak to me, and I would never put it on anyways or buy it or support them. But just from the aesthetic itself, it's. Have you ever seen one that you like, Landon? That you would wear?
That's negative.
Yeah. Okay.
If I wore dark eyeliner and had a pitch black haircut and like a baggy short sleeve all black shirt and some like cut holes in them black jeans, this would be the shoe for me, I think. But I'm not like that, so this is not the shoe for me.
Okay. I like that. Very, very good description.
Yeah.
Landon, I want to know. I'm going to switch back to my screen again. I feel like you would not hate these.
Oh, those are awesome.
These are
Those are
Balenciagas.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan
Track
of the layer.
2.
Look at the dimension, just the multiple dimensions in that shoe.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, a lot going on there, but that's probably the best shoe I've ever seen from Balenciaga.
Well, and
right.
here's real time.
Oh, I forgot you got those. What collab was that?
This is Undercover.
Undercover, that's right.
Talk about topography.
With this is a full React foam. It's incredible. It's so comfy.
React is very comfy. I will give you that. I forgot about those shoes. I don't hate those shoes.
They're awesome.
I don't love them, but I don't hate them.
Classy looking shoe.
I agree. All right, drip flops. All right, Bode. Let's put in your vote for drip. What is your drip flop of the week?
I think I've already made it clear what my flop is.
All right, Landon, you going with cactus plant or the giraffes?
Dude, the giraffes are like on my wish list.
Okay.
No cap. The footscapes, man. We've been waiting years for them to bring those back.
But not that one.
I'm gonna have to go with the cactus flea market because honestly, I'm in the market for a good boat shoe, a good water shoe, and I looked at the ISPs.
Those look like natives, children's natives. Yeah, not a good look. Anyways, yeah, cactus plant flea market. Air Flea 2 is definitely the winner for these Peloton biking Balenciaga shoes. So, and I think that's it for our sneakers. Well, we jump right outside the box now. Landon, well, I don't know. Bodie's got the Titans hat on. I need some jersey thoughts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hot fire coming from everything the Titans have touched in the past month. From social media to jerseys to Rand Carthon in the GM's office. Oh my goodness. We are on absolute hot streak. Everything hot streak.
Yeah, I'm going to say this might be one of the most successful jersey rollouts in any franchise's history. Like what they have done and how they have executed it has been to perfection.
All right. I don't have anything to add. I think
I mean, they had me last Sunday on, what was it, at 8 p.m. they dropped, right?
Yeah.
I was 7:55. I was in front of my phone just watching it tick. That's what they had me.
Well, and the crazy thing is, there's nothing like, I hate to even say this, but there's nothing special about, like, it's just an Oilers jersey, but like just how they just created this emotion and this energy around the release, like Bode said. So, I mean, the helmets, what a helmet.
So
Yeah.
good.
They're going to look
Very
great
sweet.
in the Super
I
Bowl.
was at the first Titans training camp that was open to the public this past week. Everyone had an Oilers jersey already. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. I don't know how. They were selling them, and they had like a mini pro shop at whatever it is, whatever that park is, inside the building where like we could sit and like watch and walk outside and watch. It was kind of a nice place. Sponsored by SeaGreen. But they were like $300 and people were buying them. The jerseys were crazy expensive. But
They are sweet. That Landon, you said it best. They are simple. I think that's what we've talked about that in shoes over this episode. The simplicity is key. They didn't try to combine a Titans with an Oilers and do something stupid and make it all crazy, but definitely the best jersey we've seen in a long time from most NFL teams. Most of the redesigns or retro jerseys have not looked this good. So I was very pleased, but yeah, Bode, I was not waiting at 8:00 that night for them to come out, but I have heard multiple people from work say that they were as well. So I think anytime that a jersey reveal can elicit that emotion, you definitely won. The preview of them boiling oil on the jersey,
so tough.
that
So
was
good.
nasty. It was awesome.
At first, in our family group chat, we were like, "Wait, we're not going to get black jerseys, are we?" We were like, "Oh my gosh!" Then
That's
we
what all
found
the
yeah.
That is what all the comments were saying too. Which made it even more interesting. I thought that was even better, whether that was their goal or not.
So my question is, how often will we see them?
It's a good question.
Just two
Twice?
games?
2 home games.
Man.
Okay.
I know.
Interesting.
They're wearing them one of the December games, so I'm hoping that's one of the games I can go to. December against Houston, which is kind of a stick to them a little bit.
Against Houston would be awesome.
Love that.
The day or the week before, I think it was the week before those jerseys came out. Maybe, yeah, the week before. JJ Watt was speaking at our company conference in Vegas, and he made like multiple comments about how the Titans have stolen the history from Houston. It was very weird. Because I guess everybody knew they were coming out with these jerseys, but it was like, yeah, they've taken like the Houston stuff. Like he was joking, but like said it too many times to be joking, which is kind of funny, but it was very weird. But yeah, it would be nice to wear them against Houston. That would be awesome.
That's a good thought, though. Like, what is Houston's throwback jerseys? They don't have
any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, wouldn't it like, it's probably been 10 years now. We did a throwback game against the Jets, and they had on New York Titans stuff, which is very weird. I don't know if we had Oilers stuff on. Maybe it was a Hall of Fame game or something.
We did have that.
We had Oilers on,
We
and they had New York Titans stuff on, which is a weird coincidence too. But yeah, I guess the Oilers don't have anything.
Wait till Washington has to go retro. They'll cancel the season.
Well, it's pretty soon. Well, they can go retro to the football team, right? I think they're trying to change their name again, so maybe they can go retro to the Commanders. It's pretty terrible.
I like to point out, I did wear to that training camp day. I wore me and my dad went to the pro shop and we bought stuff, and I bought like an old Oilers. There's like an Oiler man image that has like 1960 on it, and it's kind of like a dope logo. And I wore just that on a shirt. And Amy Adams Trunk, when we were waiting in line, she was like, "Hey, I've never seen anybody wearing that shirt." It's like she was like, "That's a really dope shirt." It's like, "Thank you." It is a dope shirt.
That's awesome.
She probably said that to everybody who bought that shirt.
I saw nobody else in the shirt that I bought. I like to point that out.
That sounds like
Okay.
a dope shirt. I want that shirt.
We need to see that. You need to post that for us.
It's a dope shirt.
Bodie, do you have can you log into our Instagram or no?
I probably can.
No, I mean, like, do you have the login currently? No, right?
No, to y'all's? No shot.
All right. So the password is
We'll send it to you because we need some social media help, and that would be a good ending to your internship.
Mm.
So,
Bode. DeAndre Hopkins. Is his ceiling higher than Randy Moss / Andre Johnson / Julio Jones when they entered the franchise?
Well, I think before you start listing off those names, I think we have to establish some baselines. When Julio Jones, that and D-Hop are way above the Andre Johnson and Randy Moss, I feel like.
I think it's fair.
Because we knew that wasn't going to work out, right? At least Julio, we had hope, right? We thought he was going to be good, and that doesn't work out. But Julio also, he was on the down. Is D-Hop on the down? I don't think he is. He had a great year last year. Didn't he play like 8 games or something like that? Like 5 games?
9 games.
something like that, yeah.
From, like I said, I go back to training camp. From what I saw in training camp, he did have a pretty dope catch. That was pretty cool. It looked like Traylon Burks was a little bit better, though. I'll give Traylon Burks that. But, like I said, it was
a little better than D-Hop or a little better than last year?
A little better than D-Hop in the practice that I saw. But I think that speaks more to how much Traylon Burks has improved. Either way, I think D-Hop has a good year. I see A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, year 2 stats coming from the two of them. The year where A.J. had like 1,100 yards and Corey had like 980 or something like that. That's what I see.
So you're saying the Titans are winning the division?
I've gone on record in my family group chat saying 10 wins.
Jeez.
10 wins.
But I've also said
That's a wild card.
the 6 or 7 seed in the AFC.
How did Tannehill look?
Tannehill looked loads better than Will Levis and Malik Willis.
That's not surprising.
Malik looks
Well, yeah,
better.
he went to Liberty. What do you expect?
Should have worn my Liberty shirt I got in the closet.
That's a disgrace.
I wore it to basketball like 2 weeks ago. Next time we play at Lipscomb. Hey, can we play at Lipscomb one more time, Landon? We'll save that for all
Landon. Make that happen.
They said you got to pay up.
Landon, I'm obviously not going to pay, Landon. Why would I pay?
Then you're obviously not going to play.
Gosh, you would think if somebody that's the president of a university could just
I know,
reserve a
crazy.
freaking gym for us. Golly, it's ridiculous. Anyways, all right, Landon. Bodie, have you decided if you want to do a draft?
What were the options?
We've got the Superpowers draft, board games, or your top 5 things that should be illegal but are not.
I feel like the third one could bring the funniest segment, but that's also the most difficult to come up with stuff. You know?
So we'll postpone that one to next week. Is that all right? Can you bring some heat for that one? I'll send it in the group chat.
I guess.
All right. So you want to go board games then?
Do you want to go board games?
I mean,
I don't even know if I could list 5 board games.
you could list 5 board games. Come on.
I'm out. I got to go put a child to bed, and I hate board
There
games.
goes Landon.
All right. Peace, Landon. I'm glad we got your car update.
That's all I'm good for at this point.
See it. All All right. Well, we could run down board games, but if you're not big into board games, then let's pick a new top 5 then. What you got?
I don't know. We could go like I don't know.
Let's go, I think Hayes and I have done this before. Let's go like team sports color combinations. Can you give us a top 5?
Team sports color combinations?
Yeah. So the best color combinations.
Oh, so like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. You start.
All right. Number 1. Ooh, it's tough. I think I'm gonna go with. I'll just go with the one that I don't know. I'm trying to think of what you would pick. Are we going like a certain sports league, like taking those teams, or
I was just any team, any league. That's what I
any
was.
team, any league? Okay. Any team, any league. I'm still struggling.
I can
just
start
immediately.
if you want me
Okay, you start. You start.
If
wanna
we're
know your vibe.
going the way it meshes, and how it fits, I've thought the gold, black, and red that the Vegas Golden Knights have works
Okay.
real well.
Okay.
Real well. Those home jerseys that they have are dope.
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going there. In terms of colors that fit together, I really actually this is a homer pick, but I really like the light blue, dark blue, and red of the Titans. If I had to pick a two color, the Oilers light blue and red are really strong colors, which you don't see many teams using right now. So
yeah.
I'll do that one.
I'll go the kind of burnt red and gold Niners.
Okay.
I'll go there.
Then I'm definitely taking the Charlotte Hornets teal and purple.
Oh, that was going to be on my list.
Yeah, that's probably should have been my number 1. Hayes knows that's one of my favorites. So, yeah, that'll be my second pick.
I'll go this popped in my head just because recency bias, I guess, but the Inter Miami, the pink jerseys that they are doing with Messi.
Okay.
Those are tough. I love those.
Yeah, not a bad jersey at all. All right. So I've got 2. Let's see. Got an honorable mention, but I don't know if it's strong enough to be in my top grouping. I'll go with the classic, just colors I wear the most, the Raiders.
Well, okay.
Black and gray.
Yeah,
Silver and black. That's
good.
an easy one.
Good. Yeah. I think I'll go with that kind of Padres yellow with like the darkish brown.
That's a good one.
Those jerseys
That's a
that they have
good pick.
are so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That is really solid. Oh, man. I feel like the one that I don't know, I'm in between about 3 different ones for my final 2 picks, maybe 4. I don't know. It's got to be one of these. I don't know if I like the Buccaneers or like a Chicago Bulls red and black. I feel like red and black, Like when you're a kid, you think, oh, that's so like intimidating. Like,
Yeah.
but I like I think they call it pewter Buccaneers, like the dark gray, almost charcoal, with the red. I think I like that better. So I'll go with the Bucks.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh man. What have I done? I've done football and baseball. Did hockey. What was my fourth one?
You've got hockey,
Knights, Niners.
Niners.
Padres. Have I done 3 or 4?
Padres.
I've done 4.
Golly, how were we this?
Oh, Inter Miami. Soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need a basketball one. Oh man. You took Charlotte off the board. That was a good one.
Yeah, I can throw a few out there for you if you need me
No.
to.
Don't give me a way out.
All right.
It might be the classicness of it, but that kind of orangey blue Knicks
Okay.
is just too easy to not mention, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was gonna say another colorway that I like that seems to flow really well together is the Nuggets with the red mixed in with the yellow and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good solid colorway. They're on my list for my last pick. It's either them. I was also thinking an orange and blue, more of a Houston Astros navy blue.
Okay.
And then I was trying to think. Miami Marlins, kind of Miami Vice colorway.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
Also, Miami Dolphins, the teal and orange. A little different on than the Hurricanes, green and orange, but yeah,
Honorable mention for me.
I'll go with
was
the
gonna
Astros.
Okay, the
That's my last
Astros.
one. Yep.
Honorable mention for me. I like the Alpine, their pink livery that they do like once a year. The dominant pink color and then the blue, because usually they have the blue dominant color and the pink accent. When they go the other way and they go pink and then blue, I think that looks really good.
Okay,
There's my
one.
F1.
There's
my F1 for you right there.
pick. I think this would be a pretty good draft if we got everybody on. There's enough teams out there that we could have a nice draft. So, all right, well, hey, that was pretty good. The 70-minute happy hour. Give a little bonus time out there. Any closing remarks, Bode?
I would urge everyone to tune into the Tennessee Titans this year. It's going to be a great year. So as I scrolled through Twitter, the first thing that came up was Traylon Burks with a quote saying, "I felt like I needed to stay here and work on things I needed to work on." Stay in Tennessee in the offseason. That's what you like to see. You want to see commitment from your guys. And maybe in the world, maybe that's what we need. We need a little bit more commitment. Commitment to the grind.
I think, that's a really good quote for our podcast. We feel like we need to stay here and work on the things we need to work on. And with that, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Go follow, go download, re-download, tell your friends, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, download them all again, and that's it. We love you all, and we'll see you next week. Peace.